Good morning, Infinity. Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr here, welcoming you into the sacred space of the Infinity Fellowship. It is a beautiful day. It is the second Sunday in August in the year 2026, which is the year of momentum at Infinity Fellowship. Get ready, because here I come. That is our mantra. You will hear that continually every single Sunday. I want to say welcome to those of you who are joining us with Infinity. We're so glad you came back home. To our first-time visitors, I am looking forward to welcoming you as well a little bit later on in Sunday service. For right now, though, we want to start this off with gratitude. So before we even begin our Sunday service, I want us to get a head start on this. When we operate in a space of spiritual gratitude, we tune our vibrational frequency to that same frequency in the universe. We start with gratitude. It's kind of hard. It's difficult, nearly impossible to sway toward the negative. So even if you arrived here because someone tagged you in this post, even if you arrived here and you thought it was an accident, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And if you've been here at Infinity before, you know how we start this as a community. We share gratitude. So if you want to go ahead and get a jump on it, say hello in the chat. Let us know you're there. We're going to be very active in our chat stream, as we are on our Infinite Life Stream Sundays, which are second, third, and fourth Sundays, including Yoga Sunday at the end of the month. So what we want to do is start that gratitude chain. You can say, hey, my name is, and I am grateful for, or you can just say good morning or grand rising, or hey, glad I got out of the bed. Here's one thing that I'm grateful for. Go ahead and start saying hello in the chat and experience that burst of community. Infinity is a place that is here for you, especially those who find themselves spiritual, but not necessarily religious, and you've been looking for a place of community, a community of growth. We have an iconic service ready for you today, because we are focusing on icons, iconography, symbolism from ancient wisdom that gives you a window into the modern world. So go ahead and prepare your mind. Go get your journal. Go get everything that you need to enjoy yourself for Sunday service. Welcome to Infinity, y'all. Welcome home. We'll get started after a couple of announcement slides. I'm looking forward to welcoming you to the space. Ashe. As we say good morning to Infinity, to all of you, it is time that we start our sacred service. It's the beginning of our opening of the way, this pathway, to make sure that we align ourselves spiritually. So I encourage you in this moment to prepare yourself for the opening of the way, the acknowledgement of the presence of the divine, the acknowledgement of the breath, the acknowledgement of those who have gone before. And as we move through these component parts of Infinity Fellowship, I invite you to turn your attention with us to the screen as we bring on Brother Tyrell Lindsley, joining us from the great state of Georgia. He will guide us through meditation to start today's service. Find a comfortable place to sit and join us in alignment. Ashe.
Ashe. Peace and love to everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Infinity Fellowship. It is so great to have you in the space with us. I am honored and privileged to be here with you in this opening of the way. And as we love to do here, we like to start very simple and plain, especially if you're new here to the space. Welcome home. We start very simply by just focusing on the exchange of breath entering and exiting the body. Just recognize how this energy, the breath, flows in and flows out. As we continue to focus our attention on the breath, recognize how the body responds. Breathing in and breathing out. As we continue this recognition, I'd like to invite us to sit a little taller in whatever seating or chair we might be in, even if we're in the car right now. Try to sit a little forward and not really support your back on your backrest. Allow the spine to do one of its many jobs and just support you as that breath enters the body, exit the body. Do any movements that might feel natural as you're allowing this breath to move. Maybe stretching the neck around in some gentle circles. Moving the head around in some gentle rotations. Never taking the focus off the breath coming in, the breath going out. Just like this. If you're in a safe space to do so and feel comfortable to do so, feel free to add to this practice the gentle closing of the eyes. Just allowing ourselves to recognize that our posture is straight and supporting us, that our vision, even with our eyes closed, is abundant, and that we are here together in the breath. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Again, breathing a little bit deeper. We'll breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Let's do that one again. In through the nose, nice and deep. Out through the mouth. Continuing this deeper, intentional breath in through the nose. This time, take a brief pause at the top. Then slowly release that breath through the mouth. And to breathe, pause at the bottom. Returning back to the breath inward. Brief pause and release. Brief pause. Continuing this rhythm of breathing in, pausing, breathing out, pausing. Allowing the breath to align with the heart. We may notice the brain starts to jump around a little bit and different thoughts and ideas spur from this focus on the breath. We don't fight or resist those thoughts from happening. We don't engage in those thoughts and allow them to take off our attention from the breath. We just allow those thoughts to coexist with the breath coming into the body, with the holding of the breath, with the releasing of the breath, and the hold of the release, becoming one with our thoughts, one with our breath, one with our hearts. As we continue this intentional practice of breathing, we allow ourselves to become aligned through all of the different time zones that we're in, through all the different lives that we're living, through all of the different challenges that we may have overcome this week. Just as the breath enters the body and the breath leaves the body, as do all of these barriers. They're as important and as easy to let go as the breath. Allowing ourselves to enjoy the right now, empowering ourselves with the divinity of the present moment, reminding ourselves that this is the very first gift we receive outside of the womb. That is the breath coming into the body, awakening, the beginning of the rest of our lives. We receive this love with the deep breath in. We hold that love and we release that love with the breath going out. Continuing this rhythm for a couple more breaths. You're doing a fabulous job. One more breath in, holding that breath at the top, releasing that breath gently, pausing at the bottom of that breath. Now simply just return to a normal breathing pattern for you. Just as we gained control of the pattern of breathing and held on to that control of that pattern of breathing, we now simply release the control and allow our bodies and our breath to do what it's been doing since we've left the womb, allowing love in and allowing love out. We're reminded that what we take in is what we put out. We choose the good right now. We choose the love right now. We choose the peace right now. We choose the divine essence right now. Continuing to allow ourselves to exist in this present moment. We allow our hearts to open, our minds to open, as we have now made ourselves available and present for the God of your acceptance and understanding. When we are in this alignment, all things are possible. Continuing to breathe at your own pace as Rev Jeff comes back into the screen and speaks directly to Source as we prepare ourselves for the beautiful vibration of today's service. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And so it is. It is done. All heads bowed, all hearts open, all minds focused. To the God of your acceptance and understanding, our divine creator, the one and only source of all that is, was, and ever shall be. We give thanks to you in this moment right now of acknowledgement. And we begin today in gratitude in this prayer. As we pour our energy into realignment for manifestation, we recognize that you are the sole source of everything, and that you are an entity that has existed beyond our ability to comprehend. You are the fabric that knits this entire universe together, and we're so grateful to be tiny parts, tiny microcosmic parts of this divine macrocosmic dance that we call creation. God, we thank you today. We thank you for the many names that you have gifted us. We thank you for the many paths that you have provided for us. We thank you for the many moments that you have shown up in those moments where we have given up. And so I thank you and I acknowledge those people who are in the chat right now, putting a request for affirmative prayer there, who are putting a request in for health that is radiant, who are putting a request in for a relationship that is healed, putting a request in for safe and guided travel, putting a request in for a new good idea to be created in the world. We acknowledge that in these times of divisiveness, when people are making their way through the lower vibrational frequencies that are now moving out of the way to embrace the new level of spirituality that includes all. We know that it can be tough. We know that we can get tired. We know that these bodies can feel fragile. We know that these minds can trick us into thinking that we cannot do, that we focus on the negative frequency instead of the positive one, that somehow our upbringing and our traumas can come to surface and cause us to act in a way that is out of alignment with the universe. And yet in this moment, we know that we are gifted with the ability to shift that energy. So I speak a profound shift in the right now moment. I speak a release of the things that we can no longer use. I speak a release of those states of mind and of body that others have pronounced on us that are not true. What is true is that we are in alignment right now. What is true is that we are beings of power, not beings of weakness. What is true is that we are co-creators with you in this universe, and the reality that we desire, we speak it and we enact it. We snap into this thing, God, and we gratefully do so. For those who have put in a specific prayer request today, for those who are surrounding the family of Brother Bobby Bartlett, we know that he is in the hospital right now, and we know that his body is healing through moving out of the way the dis-ease to move him to a space of ease. So we send light and love his way, covering from under the sound of my voice to everyone who has now placed his name in their consciousness to rise up to be in a place of radiant health. And for Sister Angie and for everyone in that Bartlett family, that they know and they feel this vibration. To those who had someone released this week from bondage, we speak a smooth reintegration into the world in a space of love. To those who got counted out this week and found a way to come back, to those who gave in to the low vibration even momentarily and then caught themselves on a floor somewhere and said, "This is not who I am," I speak realignment right now. And I speak affirmation that they realized in a moment before they went over the cliff that you are still here for them, wind beneath our wings. And so in this moment, I proclaim, I declare that radiant health is going all over the world on behalf of us. Radiant mental health, rather radiant emotional health, radiant spiritual health, radiant physical health, that those who are at the crossroads of healing, that they know that what we put in right decision making, that they are guided into perfect health. To those who are at a crossroads of learning, that they are ready and prepared to launch themselves into the world. To our young people who have been back in school for a week in some places around this country, to those who are going back into schools this week, they are going in confident. They are going in strong. They are going in knowing that you are aligning them with the people, the places, the things, the ideas, the nouns that they need to be successful, because they are bright, they are beautiful, they are strong. And we are speaking a covering over them right now. Walking through the door with them, you are God. Walking through the door with the teachers, with the instructors, with the college professors, with the nurturers who have given of their gifts to lift a new generation. We are so grateful today, in this month where we are exploring icons, that you are the ultimate icon, that you are so iconic we can't put into words who you are. We can't describe perfectly what you are. We can't give a religion to you, because you have given us so many spiritual paths, all designed so we can come back to get to know one another. Thank you for this diversity that is in this space today. Thank you for this love that is in this space today. We speak and proclaim that something or some song or some sound or some word or some hug or some laugh or some smile or some high five or some emoji online will remind someone who may have gotten it twisted that you are always present with us and never distant. And because of this, we can do all things except fail. It is for these and for other blessings that we cannot put into words, but we know our heart and our sentiment, and we feel you moving and flowing with us, that we proclaim these things. It is true, it is done, and so it is. Amen. Amen. Hotep. Shalom. Namaste. Ashe. It is done. Let us prepare our hearts and minds for the pouring of our libations. Ashe. Oh, what a wonderful moment it is when we get to pour our libations, every part of this sacred service, the libations and the opening of the way. I want to say that Spirit is leading me to say this right now, that as we are coming to Infinity Fellowship, this is not the pregame show. When you have the pregame show or the opening act at a concert, you have something that you're coming to see, and then people are going back and forth to the concession stands and just kind of getting themselves ready for the main attraction. And so we do some preliminary stuff to get you ready for the real thing. Every second that this ticker has been ticking online has been a part of the real thing. Every single part of this service is the main attraction. The main attraction is knowing what's going on in the morning. The main attraction is meditating and aligning yourself. The main attraction is affirmative prayer. And yes, the main attraction is pouring libations. Each and every component part of this service is what it is. It is holistically an opportunity for us to learn. That's why you get an aha moment. Some of you get an aha moment in meditation. And you get up and go write something down. Some of you get an aha moment in affirmative perm and prayer, and you say, that relates to me. I am putting this in action. And some of you get a moment of alignment and an aha moment when we pour our libations, because you remember those who have gone before. So I invite you, if you're new and if you've been here a while, we don't sleep, we don't skimp on every part of the service, because it's a delightful opportunity for us to open ourselves through spiritual practice. That's what it is. It's spiritual practice. So Spirit is saying spiritual practice right now, libations right now, this moment of remembrance where we pour out water that represents the living into the earth, that represents what happens to these earth suits when we just can't wear them no more. And when we can't wear them, our energy is so strong that these feeble bodies go away. And when they do, we join all of creation. And when we pour, we remember those who have come before, because we stand on their shoulders. And through their spiritual, physical, and physiological DNA, we exist. And we are grateful. So I want you to think about the names of those people you'd like to call aloud. If you want to put somebody in the chat, go ahead and put somebody in the chat. Lift them up in the chat. If you want to just whisper their names aloud and we get to the point of recognizing them, do it then. Wherever you do, however you do it, this is the moment where we recognize those who have gone before. And we say the word Ashe. Ashe. Ashe is a word of power. It is a proclamation of and so it is. It is also the divine essence of everything. It is what we carry with us. It is what we see in the world. It is what we can't see in the world. So when we say that, we're not just saying that like, oh yeah, got it. More power to you. We're pronouncing things. So as we pour this water, we say, cool water, freshen our spirits, Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this space for spiritual work today, Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors all together, Ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, Divine Source, and all creation, Ashe. Grant to us in this pouring and recognition peace and prosperity, Ashe. We pour now to the four cardinal directions to the north, which reminds us to be a yes spirit today, not a no spirit. Yes spirit, yes, yes, yes. My soul says yes. See what happens when your soul says yes. Ashe. Traveling the direction of the indigenous medicine wheel, we go to the east with the rising sun today, knowing that today is a brand new day. You got an opportunity to get up. You should be shouting just on that alone. You got up this morning, you got an opportunity to do it again, and guess what? Yesterday is gone, so leave it in the past. Ashe. To the energy of the South, the recognition of who we are and whose we are. That's not an egotistic recognition. It is a recognition of gratitude. And once we recognize that, we see who other people are, and we invite them to be themselves. Ashe. To the energy of the West, knowing that even when the sun goes down, the moon is there, the stars are there, providing light in the darkness. May we, in our darkest moments, always recognize that light is always available. Ashe. From that, we go to the ground, the fifth direction, this energy of grounding ourselves in our rituals, in our spiritual practices, in our various cultures, grounded so that we can have an infrastructure to keep us strong. Not strong so that we become rigid, but strong so that we are rooted in flexibility. For it is the tree that is flexible that bends in the storm instead of breaking. Ashe. To the sky above us, that sixth direction, this open plane of possibility. When you're looking at me right now and you're counting the pouring mechanism and you're counting the plant and you're counting the podium and you're counting the screen and the fibers in the screen, the only thing left is the open space, and it is dominant. This open space is the space of no thing. And from the space of no thing, this is where we create something. Ashe. And finally, to the seventh direction, the Grand Central Station, as we call it here at Infinity, that is the heart center, the place that the yogis call the Anahata, the place of Ma'at, the feather. We speak that today, wherever you are, in the remembrance of those who have come before, that you recognize that your heart is as light as the feather, balances on the scales of justice, and that we live the kind of life that we would like to live so that when we have transitioned into life after life, those who remain will pour for us as well. Ashe. Now we invite you, as the way is fully open, to call aloud the names of those ancestors that you want to recognize today. I want to pour a special libation to my mom, Queen Mother Catherine Carr, Ashe, and my dad, Haywood H. Carr, Ashe. I pour them today because several years ago, 59 years ago to be sure now, a little bit later on this afternoon, if we want to calculate it well, around the corner there at Hubbard Hospital, Meharry, the old Hubbard Hospital, my father was somewhere sweating in a waiting room, and my mother was allowing me to enter into this world. So I am so grateful, and we practice gratitude. I'm grateful to be on this side of life and thankful for the ancestors now who still continue to stay with me. Let us call aloud those names or put them in the chat as we pour these next few pours of water. Ashe. And finally, in recognition of the children in the world, in the womb, and yet unborn, we say, Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh, it is done. You hear me snapping today. Today's a big day of snapping. It's a big day of snapping all over the world, wherever you're joining us from. Go ahead and say hello to somebody in the chat. Go ahead and start generating some gratitude, because in a minute we're going to say good morning. When you have tuned in, where you have tuned in from, whatever led you to get here. If somebody invited you to Infinity Fellowship, if somebody tagged you and said, hey, this is something you need to be watching right now, I invite you to join it with me, because you've been asking how I get my light. However you ended up here, it is for a reason, and I'm so grateful that you joined us today. So we're going to let you know a little bit about Infinity Fellowship. To do that, we head back down to the great state of Georgia with Coach T, Sister Tashana. She's going to come in and lead us through our statement of infinitude. Hey, T, how you doing?
Good
Awesome.
morning. Hey. Happy birthday, Rev Jeb. Pew, 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 pew.
Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Good morning to you all around the world. Good afternoon, good evening for some folks. I am Tashana Lindsley here in Warner Robins, Georgia, grateful member of Infinity Fellowship. Good morning, Infinity. The Infinity Fellowship is an independent interspiritual community made up of people from all around the globe who come from many spiritual paths and traditions. As we welcome you and your family to the Infinite Life Stream this morning, I am pleased to point out to you that here at the Infinity Fellowship, we do not tell you what to call or how to define the God of your own personal acceptance and understanding. We know that that is an intensely personal and beautiful relationship. Here at Infinity, we exist to affirm and support your own unique connection in community. Whatever you call that source energy, you'll hear us say God interchangeably with the universe, divine source, what you see when you look in the mirror at the people on this screen and around you is proof that it was showing off when you were created in the same image and likeness. It is time to speak aloud the core agreements that bring us together at infinity. We call that infinitude. Infinitude is defined in the dictionary as the state or quality of being infinite or having no limit. Here at Infinity, we have a unique mix of faith backgrounds, but what carries us is the spirituality we all share in common. For us, infinitude is defined as infinity with an attitude, and that attitude is always gratitude. I love to say my attitude is gratitude. And the snap that you hear often here at Infinity, that snap is on your screen, and we recommend you take some time to meditate on both it and our statement of infinitude by visiting our website at myif.org. So we do like to do that snap. We have a great slide that's coming up that's going to tell us what exactly does snap mean. We're going to break it down starting with the S. The S in SNAP is for spirituality that transcends religions and connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N is for nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. The A in SNAP is for that action because infinity is about that action because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every single day. And finally, my fave, the proof. The proof is that our spirituality and our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. We are so grateful you are all here as a unique manifestation of the Creator, the loving, the living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived by many names, yet known by only one energy. I invite you all at home, wherever you are around the world, to join us in speaking in affirmation, our statement of infinitude. Here we go. We agree that we are beings of pure, eternal spirit, birthed from the creative potential of the universe, with all of the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind and an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all, regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is this application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so. According to the many ancient terms of affirmation, here we say Amen, Amin, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe.
Hey! Thank you, Coach T. Y'all will know why I call it Coach T in a few moments. I want y'all to go ahead and start typing that gratitude in there. You see the slide on your screen that says good morning, and it does have gratitude. I'm going to go back to that slide real quick, Kamaria, so that they can know what that is. And this is how you participate. This is also a part of spiritual practice, as we say. This is what we do. My name is, and I am grateful for one thing. In just a minute, we're going to get an opportunity to share that. It's going to be beautiful. This is our opportunity, though, in this moment to welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship. So I want to say good morning, Infinity. Good morning again, wherever you are. Good morning. I'm snapping to you. I love it. As we're saying good morning, this is the point in the service where we get to say hello to our first-time visitors. My name, if you just tuned in, is Jeff Obafemi Carr, also known as Rev Jeff, and it's at this point in the service where we get to welcome our first-time visitors. I'm going to give you a slide, and on this slide, we have a way to say hello to you in a powerful way. As you go to this slide, there's a QR code, and on that QR code, it tells you what we're looking for. I'm sorry, I may have messed up the slide order. It may have been me. Take it back. Yeah. We're going to go ahead 2 slides, and I'm going to stay on camera because obviously, we're going to go that. Welcome to the Infinity Fellowship. Yes, that was my mistake. Thank you for that, taking care of that tech crew. As I was putting this together, I was so excited that I remembered how to make my mom's pound cake that I put a slide in the wrong order. But now we have the visitor slide, and this is what's important, that you can see this QR code. And when you see this QR code, we want you to scan it. We also want you to check the link in the chat. And when you check the link in the chat, it will let you go and give a little information so that we can get from you an information that we can send you a welcome card so that you can learn a little bit about the Infinity Fellowship. I encourage you, if you haven't been, to go ahead and go to myif.org. You see the website there on the right. Go ahead and go there and visit. When you get there, just see how the vibration treats you. See how you feel about the Infinity Fellowship. Take a deep breath here and exhale, because we want to send you a little bit of information. Good. I want to say to you that I welcome you to the Infinity Fellowship today in a powerful way. And as I welcome you today, we're going to be able to say good morning. I want to say that we see you today for who you truly are. You are not just a human being who showed up to have a spiritual experience, but you are the other way around. You're a spirit who is navigating the human experience, okay? Just like the rest of us. So what we're going to do is we're going to let you know who, what, where, when, and why you are. And then we're going to sing a song, Good Morning to You. So we're going to put you in a position so that you can have this wonderful greeting and you can share something that you're grateful for. And that's going to come up as soon as I say a big Ashe-o. All right, as soon as I say it, that's what we're going to do. So let me get you to hold your hands open if you're a visitor. Think about this meditative energy that's there. Take a deep breath and exhale. This may be your first physical time at Infinity, but we know who you are because you showed up in this vibrational frequency. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are a spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You're a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me, where I can let you know, if nobody else will, that you're not alone. I'm with you, we're with you, and you are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, my friend. You're so much more than your yesterday. I see why you are. You're here to learn, to grow, to embrace your dreams, and to celebrate your divine destiny. I know all this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. All right? I know the real you, and I see you shining today. I feel you shining today. I know you're shining today. So welcome to infinity. Welcome home. Asheo. And now we say good morning to you, and we got a song to take us through. We're going to put you up on the screen and blow you up as we say good morning to you. Yeah. We go down to ATL.
Morning.
Sister Kua Taylor, member of Infinity.
Good morning.
Joining the Infinite Life Stream. We're going to pop your names up on the screen. Say hello so we can celebrate gratitude.
A good morning to you. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say da 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 da. Good morning to you. A good morning to you. A good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you.
Oh, we're so grateful to have that energy in the place today. We're so grateful. Good morning to you, to everyone who said good morning. Brother Clyde, to Brother Al Gatewood, we're sending the energy down to him. Sister Jacqueline, we appreciate you. Sister Arnice, everybody who's saying hello and sharing. Listen, gratitude continues at infinity. What you notice as we share gratitude, as we share that which we are grateful for, we move the negative frequency vibration of lament out of the way. And now we come to this wonderful moment, this wonderful part of the service that is also a part of sacred service. It is time for our giving period, where we get the opportunity to give back at Infinity Fellowship. And just like you see on the slide, you see that it is giving time. There are multiple ways that we can give at Infinity. We can give via Cash App, either by scanning the QR code that's on the screen, or looking for us at Infinity Fellowship with that $sign. PayPal, paypal.me/Infinity Fellowship. If you're giving internationally, just do our email address, infinitynashville@gmail.com, which is, of course, also on the PayPal platform. You can send us mail right here, 641 West Nocturne Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37207. And of course, when you visit in person, we have a lockbox at the back of the room. As we prepare for offering, I also want to share that this is a part of the sacred service. This is a part that we embrace joyfully when we do this, because giving is a frequency vibration. We give and then we get to celebrate. I want to give an early warning, is what they say when something bad is coming, but I want to give an early opportunity for those of you who are sharing a standing ovation, something good that has happened as a result of your spiritual practice that has manifested for you. I'm going to put a link in the chat right now. Go ahead and fill that form out. We want to populate that form so that we have time to celebrate you to conclude today's Sunday service. Standing ovation, y'all. Something awesome that has manifested. Something that you have cleared, a hurdle that has gone out of your way. Something that you have pushed yourself to do and you have achieved it. This is something that we are going to celebrate for you. When we are in the frequency space of giving, it is a delightful moment. Wherever you are, if you're in your living room, if you're in your dining room, if you're in your house, excepting you being in your car. And if you're in your car and you're able to pull over the side of the road safely, then go ahead and get out of the car and do that if you feel it. But either way, I want everyone to stand as you're able, as this is a moment of giving. This is the moment that we get to participate in action, in giving. This is the moment where people, if you don't want things to manifest for you, if you want to hold on to lack, this is the time when you take your bathroom break. This is the time when you mute the TV, whatever it is. I'm talking to the people who recognize that giving is a part of spiritual practice. As I said at the beginning of service, every single part of this service is a part of the main attraction. And I'm delighted that the main attraction for people at Infinity is to become givers, because we match the frequency of the universe. And so we are thankful to give in this moment as we stand, as we pull our devices and we begin to look at what we do. For those who practice the concept of tithing, I don't even have to tell you, you already know. For those who feel that in their heart right now, that is something that they want to give, there is something, it's a number, it's a specific amount, whatever it may be, whatever your heart is moving you to give, to participate in this frequency, go ahead and tune your mind to that right in this moment. Take a deep breath and exhale. And as I speak to the universe in this moment, as I speak to God in this moment, I give thanks for the opportunity for me to show the value of spiritual learning, the value of spiritual food, and that I get to be an active participant in this cycle of divine reciprocity. And so I give thanks for those who are here, those who are in this sacred moment giving, those who are opening their hearts and tuning their frequency in the same alignment. And so it is, Ashe. To participate in this, we're going to say our offertory affirmation, because again, giving is a spiritual practice. So as it is a spiritual practice, we want to align that practice with a frequency vibration. So I'm going to pull up on the screen today's giving affirmation. And after that, we're going to give. And while we give, we're going to affirm and confirm that we're giving from a place of good, because everything truly is good. Ashe. Let us speak together our giving affirmation. O limitless, abundant Creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. Whew. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference. And so I freely return these gifts to you, knowing with all my whole heart, mind, and intention, I'm caught up, knowing that as I give freely with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken, and so it is. Lady Kanitha is here, letting us know that everything is good, and we love it, man. Come on, the slides on the screen too.
Everything is good. Everything is good. Yeah.
everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. Hey, yeah, hey, everything is good, yeah. Everything is good, yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything, yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good. Yeah, everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Go ahead, sing with me now. Everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Yes, it is. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. Hey, everything, yes, it is. Everything is good. Yes, it is. Oh, everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. Go ahead, remind yourself everything is good. Yeah, everything is good. Everything is good. Oh, everything is good, and I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Oh, remind yourself, I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Lady Kanitha. Got your jumpsuit on, ready to jump. We got a skydive or something this afternoon. You got your work clothes on. We ready to hit this. We want to take you into the sacred space as we prepare our hearts and minds. As always today, let's carry this gratitude of giving into our sacred moment of meditation. We head down to the great state of Texas, deep in the heart of Texas. I know it's supposed to be, let me get that right. Deep in the heart of Texas. That's what we got. Sister Christy Sharp is here with us. Sister Christy, great to have you on. Good to see you. How you doing today? Oh, you're on mute. Unmute yourself. I think you're on mute.
I was just talking.
There we go. That's sounding good and looking good. Good to have you.
Oh, thank you, Rev Jeff. Hello, Rev Jeff. Hello, Lady Kanitha and Infinite Life Stream. Hello, everybody. Good morning. As we prepare our hearts and minds today for the morning's message, a download from Divine Source by Rev Jeff Obafemi Carr. Rev Jeff, happy birthday. We invite you to turn your focus to today's meditation. Write it down, screenshot it, and reflect on it, not just today, but for this coming week of spiritual opportunity for you. We offer you today's meditation from a poem by William Cullen Bryant called Thanatopsis, which is defined as a view, meditation, or contemplation of life's transition into the next life. The final line of this contemplative poem is instructive when it says, "So live that when thou summons come to join the innumerable caravan, which moves to that mysterious realm, where each shall take his chambers in the silent halls of death. Thou go not like the quarry slave at night, scourged to his dungeon, but sustained and soothed by an unfaltering trust. Approach thou grave like one who wraps the drapery of his couch about him and lies down to pleasant dreams. Approach thou grave like one who wraps the drapery of his couch about him and lies down to pleasant dreams. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Absorb these thoughts and revelations and allow them to live with you this week and beyond. So it is spoken, so it is received, and so it is. Let us now open our hearts and minds for today's spiritual download by Rev. Jeff Obafemi Carr.
I want to say thank you, Sister Christy, for that. Contemporary poem that is used a lot, said a lot. My cousin Francis always recites that when we have a homegoing for one of our relatives. It's something to unpack, something that we will come back to, something that we will definitely open back up as we put our hearts and minds on the next slide. Because the next slide holds the secret to what we're discussing today. And just briefly, I want to show it to you so you can understand what we are talking about. The Ankh, the life you think you know. The Ankh, the life you think you know. If you join me in a brief moment of affirmative prayer, Divine Source, be with us in this moment of download, that something is said or shared that will open up a heart. Provide us with the key to better living by peeking through this window of ancient wisdom. And I forgive myself in this moment for the times I've gotten in my own way. So I invite Spirit, Divine Source, my ancestors, speak to me and through me beyond manufactured limitation. Ashe. Big Ankhs everywhere. Y'all ever seen this? I've taught on it so many times, going back to beyond COVID, going back to the almost 13-year history of the Infinity Fellowship. We taught about these great big old Ankhs. And many of us have seen them in many, many places. We know that it's the key of life. If we just want to define it, the Ankh is a key. It is the key of life. It is the symbol of life and living. And for those who showed up to say, hey, let us go down into the weeds on this Ankh today, you're going to get a little bit of that. But we're not going to go so far back into the weeds that we forget about this right now moment and how these symbols, how this icon applies to us right now. It's an icon that I used to love. I discovered it in college. I had seen it all over the place. But have you ever seen icons around and you didn't know what they were, but you noticed them? And then once you knew what they were, you began to see them everywhere? When I was in college and I first got woke, and woke is not a bad thing because the opposite is sleep. When I first got awakened to the higher consciousness of ancient wisdom, I just drew Ankhs everywhere I could. I got so big in ancient wisdom that I decided to go on an experiment and an experimental journey, Lady Kenitha, when I was in the theater department, so I was able to have access to tools. So I got me a great big old 4x8 piece of plywood, and I made this giant Ankh that I cut with a jigsaw to prove that I knew how to operate it. And I spray painted that joint gold, and I put hieroglyphics all over it, and I searched for words and meanings, and I had that sucker sitting up in my dorm room. People would come in and they would see this giant Ankh that was sitting on the wall. And they was like, what in the world is that? Oh, I'm excited to teach you the mysteries of the Ankh. Oh, and I would break it down as I break it down to you. I know Smooch has a good close-up on this particular one right here with that center cam, but I would break it down and I would say, well, hey, this represents the male and female. This represents the male and female organs in the rising and the connection physiologically. That's why it's the key of life. And then I'd point and I would say, this also is that birth canal. Y'all have seen me do this, but I'm taking y'all back to the day. And then I would point to this and I would say, this represents the fallopian tubes. That release the egg where conception takes place. And of course, this represents the womb. So it is a powerful symbol that is about cycles. And here I am, little 21-year-old. I'm sitting here steeped in ancient wisdom. I'm learning the ancient mysteries. I'm beginning to meet and study under people like Yosef ben Yochanan. And then I would say, this means that this is a symbol that is both male and female. It is a cycle, if you will, of creation. But it also represents different things. This represents a pathway to God. This represents the firmament, the space that defines, in the Bible they call the firmament, this place between heaven and our earthly existence. And this, of course, represents heaven itself. And people would say, wow, that's amazing. And I said, no, you know what's amazing? That when you're in this space of connection between male and female and it produces this egg that is fertilized and you hit into this womb center, the womb is heaven because it is safe, it is warm, it is beautiful. Then you exit into the world through this birth canal and you spend your little time. I'm going to make a little bit of you right there. That's a little you. You emerge from this space, and because heaven was so good, you now spend your life trying to get back to it up this side of the Ankh. And when you have this journey with many people, the closer you get to the experience with the divine source for yourself, regardless of your religion, but your spiritual practice is different, then you make this connection and you enter into the space of heavenly alignment, this space of your Ori, this space of highest consciousness, this space of spiritual growth, this space of expansiveness, and it's an individual experience. That's why that old time religion may have been good for your grandmama and great granddaddy. It may have been good for you to get to where you are. You may still love the music. You may still love the flavor. You may still love the survivalist mentality, but no matter what happens, you go to yourself. This is what I love here because this is the point of infinity. Many people who watch here, you tried everything and everybody was with you, but to enter back into the heavenly space, it is an individual journey. Sure, you got people who are going to go with you. Here in this community, we're going with you. We're going to push, pull, and drag you where you need to be. But when you enter into those choices spiritually, you got to do it by yourself. If you are willing to take that journey to cross over. And that's what I would say to them in college, Sister Anicia. And the people would be like, oh, that's deep, man. Man, that's powerful. Man, that's cool. I like that. And then they would go on about their separate ways and nobody would even care after that. And all the years later, I thought that when we start breaking this down, male, female, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 180, 270, 360, 360 degrees of knowledge. Okay, so all my deep people, you got it? Do a screenshot. Share it with your friends. We've done it before, but I wanted to give you the background because I've been given the background for the last 30 plus years. And it's beautiful. I'm happy to give you the background, but I'm here to inform you of something today. That today we have an opportunity to be two sides of the same coin. The medical examiner and the surgeon take the same class in anatomy and physiology. They use the same terms. The medical examiner cuts you open when this physical body is done with those same tools, and they discover what caused your death. The surgeon cuts you open with those tools in order to save your life. We're doing surgery today. So this is great because we get to unpack history. History is important. It gives us a foundation for learning. But if we spend all of our time trying to just unpack history and none of our time trying to live, we are in the space of medical examination and doing a coronary autopsy as opposed to living life. And we came today. Spirit came today so that you could live life and live life more abundantly, and that is the true key. This is about the life you think you know. So when I'm in that dorm room having those iconic moments of teaching from an icon like the key of life, teaching for the people who only just now got it, because a minute ago somebody said, Rev, I was here during COVID. You broke this down already. Rev, you got, yeah, I did. But guess what? The key is not what the history is. The key is not how many hieroglyphs I can learn. The key is, how can this ancient wisdom apply to how I live right now? I remember there used to be a song to my kids. We used to sing when somebody did us wrong. And we would say, if you think you're lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. Well, I'm here to tell you, if you think you knew your life, wait until today, friends. Because I want to give you an opportunity to live life and to live life more abundantly. When you think about this Ankh as an icon that is something that is similar, that also represents something. We see variations of these iconic symbols. Baba Heru Samaj, shout out to him, and Studio of Ptah jewelry. Up under my shirt, I wear a feather of Ma'at that has an Ankh at the top. And Baba Heru Samaj made that for me years ago. I'm so pleased. If you are in New York, I don't have any kind of endorsement deals, but if you're anywhere near New York, or you're anywhere near an internet and you have an opportunity to visit Studio of Ptah, P-T-A-H, send a shout out to Baba Heru Samaj, because he is a master jeweler who is also steeped in Kemetic wisdom as a priest and is married to an equally superstar personality in the persona of Sister Queen Afua. And so their energy together has birthed a lot of great iconic moments in this world and a lot of great iconic energy through the making of jewelry. And when I first discovered Baba Heru Samaj, I heard about him through various contacts. And when I walked into his shop, you see the Ankh displayed prominently. And after sitting and talking, because first I didn't want jewelry, I just wanted ancient wisdom. But when I was sitting there and we started talking about jewelry, he had pictures on the wall of modern icons. He had a big picture of Erykah Badu. He had a picture of Wesley Snipes with an Ankh on a staff. I said, man, what is the world? Y'all remember when Erykah Badu first came out? She was a little off in teaching what the Ankh means, but that's entertainment. That's how it goes. But when you talk about this concept of the Ankh rings and the big bracelets, and Wesley Snipes was running around with Amun-Ra films and all this Kemetic energy, they were iconic. Baba Heru was making all that jewelry. So people who were icons were coming to him. If you got an opportunity to get something, pick up a piece for him so you could have something that is iconic in your life too. I know you'd love to chop that up in social media and put it on as a promo, but it doesn't matter, because I can testify that there is power in the symbols and the icons, especially when you know what they mean, but they're everywhere. This icon is modified for everything from bathroom signs to the connection in the artist formerly known as Prince. Y'all remember when Prince was just going by a symbol? Because he was breaking free from what the record label put him in. And he had a guitar that was a variation of this Ankh and this melding of the energy together that was iconic, because Prince was a what? Icon in pop culture. He was so bad, he said, you don't want me to use my name? I'm not going to use my name. I'm going to call myself the artist formerly known as Prince, and this is me. I wouldn't dare try to draw it because I'll mess it up. But the point of the icon, get this, because I want you to write this down. I want you to write this down and meditate on it. I don't want you to just write this. If you're not going to do anything with this concept of this cycle, then by all means, tear up the paper, turn the channel, go do what you got to do. But if you're ready to live life, you ready to explore the life you thought you know, that you thought you knew, then understand what an icon is there to do. The point of the icon is to cause you to remember the cycle and learn from it. Somebody type that in the chat. I don't have access to my screens today, third Sunday, next week. The point of the icon is to remember the cycle and to learn from it. In this brief moment, I want to give you some mental and emotional surgery. I want to, as I remember this, my day that I emerged into this world 59 wonderful years ago, a life of growth and struggle. I want to gift you with this opportunity to live life more abundantly and to understand the key to life in 3 stages. If you're in the chat, I'm going to need you to preserve this in the chat because they're going to talk about it in Love and Light. They're going to talk about it this week. You're going to talk about it with your family. You're going to talk about your friends. In each stage of this life and this living, we extrapolate how we move through the world. I'm going to give you these 3 things, but as I prepare you for these 3 things, I want to get you to understand that this icon allows you to remember the cycle, the choices you make in who you lie in bed with, because it's a creative expression. Ladies, who you allow in your sacred temple. Men, who you allow in your space of creation. Ladies, how we pay attention to our bodies, how we make sure that we are practicing good reproductive health, how we institutionally began to talk about good health outcomes. And as we as an institution are not afraid of having conversations around dis-ease, around health, around reproductive health, around maternal health, around supporting ourselves and our bodies holistically, all of this, when we see this symbol, produces tangible action. Go to the doctor. Get yourself checked. Go to the dentist. Get yourself done. Put the right things in your body that brings you life. Change the way you move through the world because it's all a cycle. Protect the energy of your child, and as you emerge from the world, be careful of what you allow into your consciousness, because what you allow in your consciousness takes root. If you allow people to tell you that you're filthy, you're a sinner, something is wrong with you, that you're broken, you are now in a cycle where you're not going to end up in heaven, you're going to end up in a state of living hell, because you are constantly being told that you cannot access God, so you stay with the masses, because they don't want you to have a personal experience. They want you to have a herd experience. So for us, we want to always act in a way that reminds us of the cycle. 3 stages I want you to think about every single day of my life. Every single day of my life. The first thing that I want you to do is rest well. Take a deep breath on that. Say it with me. Rest well. Say it again. Rest well. Put it in the chat as number 1. Rest well. Somebody in the chat say, I need to rest. You see, when you transition into this life after life, when you go into a space that we call death, when we enter into that chamber, what is the thing that we spray paint on t-shirts? What is the thing that we put in our social media posts? What is the thing that we say when we pour out a little liquor on the corner? Don't act like you don't do it. I do it a little bit. But what is the thing that we say? R.I.P., rest in peace. Some of us get a little cool. We say rest in power, rest in presence. I love inventing the new language, right? So we have this concept of resting in peace when we transition. But do you know that we transition every time we go to bed at night? When we go to bed at night, we die to the world. We enter the realm of the subconscious. I'm still talking about the life you thought you knew. So when you are dead to the world, it reasons that when you are laid in a prostrate position and you are there at 180 degrees, before you are able to rise to 90 degrees, you must be resting in peace and power. Now, when you're resting, it should be good rest. We do it every night when we sleep. And let me give you a secret for everybody out here. Tomorrow is not promised. When you rest tonight, you don't know if you're getting up in the morning. You don't know where your spirit will be. But we do know that it is important to rest well. Resting well means, what does it mean, Reb? I'm about to tell you. Resting well means that we leave it all on the table and we stop living in the past. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. What you take into your sleep is what gets programmed in your subconscious. And by the time you make it to the end of the day is done and it is over. When you say, well done, thy good and faithful servant, to yourself, and you allow yourself to rest well. Resting well doesn't mean that you always finished everything on your to-do list. Resting well doesn't mean that you conquered that thing you were working to conquer. Resting well doesn't always mean that everybody treated you right. What it means is I am deciding in this moment that everything that came before me in this day, everything that came before me in this life, everything that came before me is done. I am ready to shut it down and to prepare myself for hopefully what comes next. Inhale. Exhale. Rest well. Second thing I'm going to give you, renew well. Type that in the chat. Number 2, renew. When you go to sleep, this is an opportunity. Ancient wisdom. I'm not doing the autopsy. We're giving the life now. We're doing corrective work. We're adjusting in real time. We're giving you life-giving things. This is beautiful if it's applied. If not, it just becomes an icon that we stick on the wall. We're not going to do it that way. So now that we understand that we rest well, the second phase is we renew well. It's important to program your body to sleep and to rest well so that you can reach the stage of REM sleep. Rapid eye movement. That is renewal sleep. Have you ever had sleep and you woke up more tired than you were when you got into bed? Somebody know what I'm talking about. Have you ever had 2 or 3 days where you just couldn't get enough sleep, no matter how many times you napped, no matter how many drugs you took, no matter how many melatonins and everything else that you got, you just could not rest well because your environment is still stressful. Anxiety and regret about the things of the day. Fixation on how bad things are as opposed to how good things are. These things are programmed into your subconscious, which is what takes over when you go to sleep. This is real-time talk today. This is practical living today. This is the application of ancient wisdom in this moment, scientific discovery and spiritual practices that will bring us closer together as a human family. You got to be able to renew when you sleep. Right now, there's 20-year-olds, 25-year-olds. Suffering from strokes. Scientific studies that show that your sleep pattern determines your brain health. It determines your heart and cardiovascular system health, your nervous system health, your somatic system health. Every part of you is programmed in that sleep cycle. So if you have a young person, they don't have to be 80 years old to get a stroke. They can be young and not getting quality sleep. And because they don't have REM sleep, it does not rejuvenate the rest of the body. The body is starved, and bad things begin to happen. Turn to somebody and say, sleep good. You have to renew in order to participate in the cycle of life. So when you are dead to the world, you ever know anybody that you saw them sleeping somewhere, they were in class or they were somewhere, they were dead to the world? That's what we used to say. They knocked out their head nodding back. Ah. My dad used to fall asleep in the car and his head would snap back. And we'd just be watching him laughing because we didn't know. But his body was tired. So when you get to the point where you renew well, that is scientific. When you prepare yourself to sleep, treat your sleep as a place of renewal. Treat your sleep as a place where you are communicating with God. Some people say, well, I didn't sleep well last night. Well, you had all that gangster stuff blaring in the speakers. You had all of this flash strobe light going on from a big flat screen. No wonder you took that into your sleep consciousness. That's why you could not get the renewal sleep when you sat in a bed for 8 hours and somebody sat in there for 5 in complete darkness and peace, and they woke up feeling like $1,000,000. Breathe it in, breathe it out. We're going to rest well. We're going to renew well during that sleep cycle. The last thing that I'm going to give you, and then I'm going to sit down. We're going to rise well. Somebody say, rise up. Third point in the chat, I feel it. I see it on the monitor. Rise well. We want to rest well. We want to renew well. We want to rise well. You see, rising, it's all up in the Ankh. There's the rising of the energy between the interactive principles, between the sun and the moon. There's the rising of the eggs in the fallopian tubes so that they can be fertilized. There's the rising of the embryo that becomes a fetus, that becomes this earth suit that I call Rev Jeff and you call you. All of it is a rising. There's a rising when you emerge, as Brother Tyrell said early, into the world and take your first breath. That is a rising from the opposite realm, coming in to say, from spirit I enter this body, and which means here I am, world, in baby translation language, because I do speak baby. So when that baby is there, the baby is trying to tell you its purpose, but because we've been so programmed to speak linguistically other languages, we don't understand it, which is often why elders are better with little bitty babies, because the elders are closer to the portal and the babies just came from it. There's a language there. That's why you can pass that child to a trusted elder and it soothes them because they see it in their face and their eyes. So when you come in this space, we are automatically rising well. I'm going to give you this, and this is going to be completely spiritual, and then I'm done. Last night, you died to the world. In your dream state, in the state of your dream state is when your pineal gland, your third eye, is activated. That's when it's open. When you're keeping track of your dreams, you do this, but there are times that you dream that you don't remember, and that's okay too, because it means that you have descended into the realm of rapid eye movement. It means that you have descended into the realm of connectivity with the God of your acceptance and understanding. It means that you got a chance to rise well because you went into a space of agreement. You prepared yourself by resting. You prepared yourself by lying into a place of renewal, and this is what happened in the renewal phase. You reconnected with the God of your acceptance and understanding, who is looking beyond circumstances. See, when you connect on the spiritual realm, circumstances don't mean jack. Somebody give me that in the chat. Circumstances don't mean jack. Say that. Circumstances don't mean jack. Because see, you can't now explain yourself. You can't say to the universe, you can't say to God, you can't say it before your ancestors, well, I just don't have enough money yet. Or, things are very transactional these days, and the person's got to give me this before I act right. And I got to have a certain environment before I feel good. All of those excuses that we learn when we're on this shabby side of physical existence, when you are knocked out, you are communicating with the divine is communicating with you, and guess what? In that moment, there are no excuses. I'm gifting you with this life that you only thought you knew, because when you are in this space of renewal now, there's a question that's being asked of you. Because you're dead to the world, because you're cut off from your past existence, from those traumas that hurt you, that defined you, that you keep running back to as an excuse for bad behavior, as an excuse for not growing, as an excuse for not expanding, which is antithetical to the universe. But all of that is gone now. You sleep in the physical body, and now your spirit is wide open. And God asks you a question. Your football stadium full of ancestors ask you a question. Are you still willing to do the thing I gave you life for in that body? Can you imagine that? That when you go to sleep tonight, your folks, your ancestors, your people say, hey, since the body is no longer distracted, let me ask you spirit to spirit, are you still willing to do that which I put you and we agreed that you were on this earth to do? Are you ready to connect with other people? Are you ready to plant a seed? Are you ready to nourish yourself, mind, body, and spirit? Are you ready to emerge again from the space of safety with me into this world again, where you have to encounter other people, many of whom have not awakened to who they are and who I am in them? Are you ready? And if you can hear me right now, let me tell you, you said yes. That's why God woke you up this morning. That's why God decided to rise you well. You may have risen in some pain. You may have risen with a little bit of remembrance of what yesterday gave you. You may have risen with some circumstances that seem to be impossible, but the fact that you got up out of that bed means that in that period of renewal, when you were no longer distracted by your circumstance, the universe said to you, if you're willing to do it, I will rise you up on this morning. You've been placed here to live life more abundantly. From the doubts that are in your past, from the doubts and other people's judgments of you, from the prisons that you are willfully staying in, it's time for you to rise. It's time for you to rise and live the life you think you are here to live. And if you aren't sure, I'm here to tell you what you're here to live. You're here to live an iconic life. Turn to somebody in the chat and just say, I'm here for an iconic life. I am not an accident. I made the agreement. I chose the path. Come on, circumstance. Because I'm renewed. I'm at rest. I'm ready to rise. This is an iconic existence. There's an icon in you. And it's been at rest right now. But if you ain't heard it before, and even if you heard it before, if you've seen it before, even if you thought you knew it before, iconography exists the most at its strongest term when we're able to have all of this erased because it exists not here, but in here. Then we don't need to spend our time going back and forth on all of this, showing other people how smart we are. In our dorm rooms, in our kitchen tables, in our temples, in our pyramids, we need to show that we are actively here for this. This is the iconic existence. And as I close, I'm going to get Smooch to go to the next slide because Sister Christy did such a good job that I just want to send this charge to you again that you see on your screen. And it's going to hit a little bit different now. So live, y'all. Live. Be in a cycle. So live that when thy summons comes to join the innumerable caravan, which moves to that mysterious realm, where each shall take his chamber in the silent halls of death, thou go not like a quarry slave at night, scourged to his dungeon, but sustained and soothed by an unfaltering trust. Ooh, you're in the cycle. You approach thy grave like one who wraps the drapery of his couch about him and lies down to pleasant dreams. Pleasant dreams. Pleasant dreams. Pleasant dreams because you're resting well. Pleasant dreams because you're renewing well. You are re-signing that contract. You re-upping every single day. Look, tomorrow ain't promised. In this moment today, right now, understand That what you have is this moment. You can't be anxious about a future that is unwritten. You cannot be regretful about a past that is gone. You can be in this gift of the present itself and proclaim that I am. And this is when you put the drape of your couch about you and rest in pleasant dreams. Y'all rest well this week. Y'all renew well this week. You rise well this week. I dare you. I challenge you. Attempt it and see what happens. And then report back here next week. Tell me in real time. I guarantee you're going to see something shift. Because this is what Spirit has for us today. So it is spoken. So it is received. And so it is. Amen and Ashe. Take a deep breath, y'all. Take a deep breath. Spirit keeps calling me to this. Shout out to Charlie Tar Huddleston. He made these for production of Black Nativity. I'm going to put him on. Be like the brothers used to be standing on the corner. X-Clan and Wesley Snipes, all the people that Robert Shamaj made the Ankhs for. And all of this power. Remember, it's not just what's on the outside. Because you can have a big Ankh on your outside and a small cycle of life on the inside. The goal is to reverse that you are the living Ankh, that the arms there, that the feet there are grounded, that you are opened up in spirit so that this space of creation in the womb of your mind, in your Ori, in your crown chakra, in your Svadhisthana, all of this energy of Sahasrara, crown in Sanskrit, that all of it is operating continually in a high frequency vibration, y'all. Bow your heads with me. Let us go to God, to the ancestors, to the universe. Not listening to anyone who would say that these things are separate and different. That all of these are but mere expressions that we have to attempt to connect us to the divine as we travel up this path, back to the womb that we get to access anytime we sit still in prayer. God, I give thanks in this moment for this message that you have given, for this download that you have spoken today, for everyone who is gathered, who will share it, who will stand in their own truth, who will joyfully enter this cycle of love. I speak that there is rest today. I speak that there is renewal today. And I speak that as we have risen in this present moment, that we embrace the understanding that nothing is impossible with you. Inhale. Exhale. As nothing is impossible, enters our consciousness space. We give thanks right now for these lessons in life, that they move beyond the stage, but the page and into the stage of our consciousness right now. Divinely, we proclaim right now that we are here for it all. Yes, indeed. We are here as we move forward to our jobs and our careers, as we gather together with our family and friends, as we move in our careers and our divine purposes, as we unlock those dreams that we had that we thought were strange and weird. Thank you for the strangeness. Thank you for the weirdness. We'll take them all, God, because we're here to do it. And as we expand ourselves, we always are mindful to continue to give you the praise, to continue to be co-creators with you, and to operate in love, peace, joy, and thanksgiving. And so it is. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Repeat with me. I am here to rest. I am here to renew. I am here to rise. I am here to live life, to live it more abundantly. I proclaim it as such. And so it is. Amen and Ashe. And I immediately went to this. In person, we do this. We're going to do it here. Rub your hands together wherever you are in the world. See this glowing light of green of the Anahata chakra coming into your consciousness. And on the count of three, you just fling it around the world. 1, 2, 3, send it out. That everyone can be walking in this beautiful cycle of life. It is done, and so it is. All right. Well, y'all, look, we have come to the point in the service where, again, Charlie Patah Huddleston, you did such a great job with this stagecraft. We're going to have to do another production where we pull these off the wall. But just so you know, when you see these symbols here, when you see these icons are here so that you can remember how to live life and live life more abundantly. You won't get them just walking around holding them, shooting at people like, hey, I'm sending you love. No, we want to walk in love. And so it is. I want to thank all the Infinite Life streamers. And as we get ready to do our housekeeping for today, it is time for us to turn to today's dynamic duo who are going to bring us a few announcements. Again, we're going to do standing ovations as well because this is a part of sacred service. So I want to turn it over to the dynamic duo sharing the double screen with us today. Sister Iris Lee, Sister Nikita. We got Tennessee and Wisconsin on the screen today with us today. We love y'all. Thank y'all for letting us know what's going on at Infinity. Ashe.
Good morning, Infinity. Happy birthday. Happy born day, Rev Jeff. I
You.
am Iris Lee, and joining me today is my beautiful Infinity sister, Nikita Thomas.
Good morning and happy birthday, Rev Jeff. We are excited to deliver to you some highlight announcements this morning. Here's your invitation to send us your standing ovation. Get your form in if you would like to be recognized for your accomplishment today. Click the link in the chat so that we can get your ovation in. You have 2 minutes to get it done.
All right, welcome to August, the 8th month of the year of momentum. We are rolling forward, full steam ahead, year of moving forward with the infinite power of growth and expansion. When we walk in momentum, we experience new growth and new manifestations. So it is no surprise that our daily mantra uh, for this year shares the hook of the classic Motown song, Get Ready, because here I come. Say it with me. Get
Get
ready,
ready,
because here
cause
I
here I
come.
come.
Now, breathe in, breathe out, and feel it deeply.
We invite you to take note of our gathering schedule. We meet in person the first Sunday at the Infinity Center and exclusively virtually on second, third, and fourth Sundays. We also feature our third Sunday, that is If Teaches Sunday, where we invite you to ask questions after the Sunday download. And the fourth Sunday is always Yoga Sunday, where the entire service is moving meditation for all levels. Remember to like and subscribe to our channels so that you can get noticed when we go live.
All right, this month's thematic spiritual series is entitled Icons, Ancient Windows for Modern Seekers. We are called on in this season, ooh, y'all forgive me, to dive deeper into our spiritual practice, live in our purpose, and embrace beloved community. Throughout time, human beings have used signs and symbols to remind them to stay in alignment with the universe. Every week, Rev Dreff will explore a different iconic symbol and ancient spiritual cultures and their relevance to your current navigation of daily life. As always, you are encouraged to take notes and share your revelations with others, whether it's in person, in chat, or in Love and Light midweek. And speaking of it,
We invite all members to join us for the Love and Light redo. Our Wednesday midweek online gathering, which happens in our Infinity Band app, hosted by Tyrell and Tashana Lindsley. It is the ultimate spiritual vitamin. We have fun, a great time learning from each other. Infinity provides us with proven practices that elevate our spiritual walk. And each and every week, space is held for us to communicate directly with one another with our band app. Set your alarm, I know I did, to join on Wednesdays at 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. That's every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. Turn on your notifications and join the call. See you then.
and now, before we close out today's beautiful service, let's bring back Rev Jeff and Lady Kanita because it's time for standing ovation.
Tune your vibration to a high elevation. It's time for the good news, our standing ovation.
Yeah, right on time. She living her best life. I love it. I love it. She's getting inspired in real time, y'all. Y'all know a lot of this music that comes here comes through our Lady Kanita's consciousness, and I just want to give you a standing ovation. Real time download. I can't wait to hear. I mentioned something though, didn't I, about a song a couple of days ago.
You did.
I know. I'm just telling you. Spirit is. I'm renewing well. Spirit is talking across all platforms, y'all. That's how we work it, and that's how we do it. Tell us what we do now.
Okay, well, our high energy here, if you've noticed, woohoo, it comes from our practice of snap. It's why we snap our fingers during this part of the service. We receive practical lessons and tools for our individual journeys, that spirituality. We fellowship with like-minded spirits every week, that's nurturing. We take what we learn and actually apply it in our lives, and that's proof. And if we do these, then every week we see examples of that progress in our lives, which is wonderful. And so now it's time for us to pause to enjoy a collective moment of manifestation and expansion. So here's what's going to happen. When your name is called, if you are able to, please stand while we read aloud your standing ovation.
Yes.
When we finish your ovation, we're all going to snap our fingers to affirm this. And then at the very end, this is what's really great, is that we give a collective out of this world standing ovation.
Yep, we're gonna go in.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
We're gonna go in.
Yes.
So we have our forms in again. If you got one in, hopefully you got it in today. If not, we want to make sure that you get it in and know that we'll handle you next week. First standing ovation goes to Brother Tyrell Lindsley, operating in the space of gratitude. Tyrell says, I am honored to share the completion of a powerful space I was privileged to co-hold called Glimpses Held at Dawn. Over the span of 7 dawns, we held space for meditative movement that opened the flow of spirit through the body. That's why meditations keep getting better and better and better around it, deeper and deeper and deeper. Practice makes perfect. It's doing it. I am so grateful for the opportunity to be used by Spirit and thankful for Nomfundo Kazama and Initiate Africa, my wife, the abundance and affirmative practices of Infinity Fellowship has unlocked within me. Yes, indeed, man. That is a snap-worthy moment. And sharing that love is Tashana Lindsley, who announces, I hosted my first group boxing fitness class under the umbrella of our city's summer health initiative here in Warner Robins, started by our mayor, who was also in attendance. So if y'all thought that y'all saw it double vision with Tashana teaching the mayor how to knock you out, it was not AI. It was true. See,
Mama said knock you
the creativity
out.
does it. Renewal will do it. She's risen up just in this moment. I love it. It was a great turnout. Looking forward to keeping the momentum going with classes that empower people to move their bodies and ease their minds. Coach T has arrived.
Woo.
So we give you those snaps up in there, Tashana. Coach
We need
T,
a class.
do we need to start? Yeah, you need to come when you come to town. We need to
Yes,
clear
or
these
some
chairs and
type
do a
of
boxing
online
class.
class, too.
We can do something that we can do. Set up the cameras and the mic, and we got them in there. Okay, those are our standing ovations, and I will say standing ovation to the heavenly realm, to Queen Mother Carr for gifting me with this life out of that cycle. And
Yes.
thank you, Infinity Fellowship, for allowing me to be able to celebrate my birthday by being grateful. And I'm so grateful for you. Thank
It's
you,
your
Lady Kenita.
birthday. So together, 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy
Hey.
birthday, Rev.
I'm going to dance. 'Cause I'm fired up. I'm ready to go. Thank you.
Yes, happy birthday. And we're so, of course, Infinity just loves you dearly. We had a cake for first Sunday.
I ate much of it.
I know earlier this
Thank
month. But I do want to just say, if if you just want to send him a love offering or something special, he'd never ask for it. But if you just want to show some love and appreciation to Rev Jeff because of all he does, happy birthday! It is your last year in the 50s.
That's a good thing.
That's a wonderful thing. And so, and it's the
Give me a little
money
eye tick. You know, you get that little eye
sign. Do we have it up,
I don't know. I'm not-
Alicia? Yes, okay. It is, I'd want to say it right. It's the money sign, Rev
you know what?
Jock,
I never know,
and
but
it-
I'm going to call it up.
JOC.
I'm going to put it up because it's.
Did you? Okay.
Okay. So
Thank y'all,
Thank y'all.
Eliza.
Thank y'all.
So
One thing that I
happy
can.
birthday
Thank
to
you so
Just
much.
happy birthday.
Thank
And
you.
again, we are just so grateful. Infinity is always grateful for all that you do and all that you pour into us every single week, y'all. Every single week. That's not easy at all.
Well, let me say this, and I want to say this to everyone there and that is listening. Literally, when people say, what do you want to do? What do you want to do for your birthday? You're going to do it big? You're going to do it? Listen, I already got everything I ever wanted as a kid. I wanted to be a creative. I told my kids in our chat today, all I ever wanted was family and community. So guess what? I get to create every single day. I got an amazing family and circle of friends, kids, bright and beautiful and smart, and a community like Infinity Fellowship. I'm winning. This is great. Anytime I get a chance to rise, y'all, I'm so grateful to you, and I'm grateful for everything that you pour back into this fellowship. You know, and into everything else. If you're in the place where you're like, I don't give to an individual, that's great. Give to Infinity. Help us continue to grow this community so it can reach the people who need to be reached. I guarantee you, though, I will say this, that I used my Starbucks gift, a birthday gift this morning. So anything that comes to me today, I will not be buying Starbucks because I attempted to go in today on that birthday gift. And you know how that is. Somebody says, I'm giving you something. I was like, yeah. Give me a quad grande Americano with one pump of vanilla and steamed almond milk.
I want everything in it.
And 2 sips in, I began to see the future. So I just want y'all to know that at the conclusion of service in this wonderful, peaceful state, that if Rev steps off the deck and goes to the back of the property by swinging from branch to branch, from tree to tree,
Hello.
we just gonna call it good
Hey,
exercise.
come on now.
Kids, don't put it on YouTube. All right, so I'm very grateful to a wonderful service, y'all, in the cycle of life. So what do we do, Lady Kenita?
All right, so if you shared, you're going to have several seats while the rest of us are going to stand to our feet and give a thunderous standing ovation. Here we go.
Keep that tambourine away from me. No, don't, because I'm grateful. Listen, y'all, we are here, made it to the close of service. I want to thank everyone who participated in today's service. Of course, our tech team here, Sister Alicia, who is running our stream, Sister Kai, who is running our audio, Sister Kamaria, who is running our audio visuals and our cameras. Of course, everyone who has contributed. Thank you, Sister Akua, for contributing this music. We are literally expanding the involvement of our Infinite Life streamers as we are on virtual services. We want to make sure that you get the energy that we get, especially on First Sundays. To Brother Tyrell, Sister Shauna, Sister Christy, Iris, and Nikita, everybody who has participated today. We send this love to you out there in the community. If you're a visitor, go ahead and click that visitors form. Whatever you need to do, do it. Go forth in the world this week. Live life. Live it most abundantly. You are meant to be an icon. Don't let anybody tell you anything other than that. Take a deep breath with me and exhale. As we prepare to sing our song to go out of here, we speak that things are moving in your direction, and I invite you to sing a verse or two of the song with me as you hear it come into the space. This is how we say goodbye at Infinity. It's just a simple farewell. It's a see you next week. Next week is If Teaches Sunday, which means that we get to interact. So people will be joining me on the stream. We'll be having a powerful conversation. Come on, Starbucks. Conversation around spirituality and icons all assembled. From there, we move to Yoga Sunday, fourth Sunday, which we'll be doing a focused practice on the concept of asana or poses. Fifth Sunday, we get to unlock back and forth. Janet Caldwell and we're going to unlock the 8 limbs of yoga and the symbol of the branches of the yoga tree. This month is packed, y'all. So as we sing our way out of this, we invite you to measure your mind by the goodness that comes through. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. Say something nice to somebody in the chat as we sing the rest of the song. Come on. If today's a brighter day and we are on our way, then we can begin to heal ourselves again. Oh, we remember yesterday, and yet today's the day. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God's reminding me. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. God keeps reminding me. God's reminding me to look at you and see family. We speak in this moment that the God of your acceptance and understanding, the cosmic consciousness of the universe, power of the ancestors, rest, rule, rock, and abide with us henceforth, now and forevermore. Let us sing together. Amen, amen. Hotep shalom. Namaste. Ashe. As we go home today, we're still here next week. Join us. Put it on your schedule as we move forth from this place into the world that awaits our light. This is Rev Jeff on behalf of Lady Kenitha and the entire Infinity Fellowship, which includes you. We speak that you have a great week, and we love you, That's a fact you cannot change. We'll see you next time. Say hello in the chat. Send somebody something good. We'll see you soon. Peace.